Hey everyone, and welcome back. So I said I'd do an unboxing of my Magic of Eye planner. Hopefully by the time I post this, I would have already explained my setup for this year. So again, not ditching the Hobonichi Han. This is my main journal. It's just, I really like the look of this. I wanted to get the Magic of Eye planner last year, but I didn't because the theme last year was based on mycology, and I didn't really find that terribly interesting. But for 2025, I saw that the theme was astrology, which I thought was way cooler. I've always had an interest in that. I don't necessarily believe it, but I do just find it fun to read about and just to learn more about it. So that's why I decided to get this one. Anyways, I'm going to unbox this finally and show you everything. So the packaging is like really cool. It just came in this simple black box. Here's the inside. I just really like the detail that went into the packaging. And I always have a weak spot for well-packaged items. This is a card that came just saying thank you. Here it has the 2025 moons, and it's shown in the North American time zone, which is nice. I'm not sure if they do it specifically to where the orders are going in or if this is just for everyone, because I want to say Magic of Eye is based in Australia, so I really have no idea how that works. Looks like it's foiled paper, which is really nice. It comes in a little bag, which is super nice. I just really like these little details. So I got the pocket-sized planner just because I've been really enjoying tiny books, I guess, this year. And then figured this wouldn't take up much space either. And then here's just like a paper just explaining all the things that are inside this booklet. Yeah, I really like that gold edge here. I don't think this book is actually leather. I mean, just by looking at it in person, it definitely looks more towards the plastic side. So yeah, I wish, I guess it kind of looked better, but maybe it'll get better with age is what I'm hoping. Maybe it'll give it a more realistic leather look. Okay, so now for the actual flip through of the book. Not too keen on this design here. I kind of wish it was plain. Just seems kind of out of place with the rest of the design of the book. Here it says this planner belongs to, and then you can put your sun, moon, and rising signs, I guess. Not sure what those are yet. And it says the magic of incarnation. And then here's a blurb about how to use this planner. By the way, feel free to pause this video. Hopefully you'll be able to zoom in and like read if you want. The print is like very tiny. I feel like I need a magnifying glass for myself. But it's nice that it has instructions on how to use it. This goes into the calendar features. Here is the personal astrology birth chart. What was pretty cool, I saw that has a QR code, and I looked this up, and you basically just put in your birth date and I guess like the time that you were born, and then it'll pretty much fill this section up for you so you can write it in. So I thought that would be interesting to do. Yeah, so here it says like date of birth, time, and place. So you just fill those and they'll give you all the information. This section goes over how to use the moon signs and elements. Just a lot of information here, which I really appreciate. Someone who doesn't really know much about this stuff, like it is pretty cool that they go into so much detail. So here it goes like working with the moon daily, working with the moon monthly. So it really is kind of guiding you how to use this book, which I really appreciate. And it tells you how to utilize the monthly moons in this planner. And then this page seems like it's saying how to use the calendar aspectarian. Don't know what that means, but hopefully after reading through this, learn more about it. This talks about optimum times and then optimum times life guide. So it says here like next to the phrases in the calendars, and then I guess this is like the phrases in the monthly calendars, which I think we'll see soon. I guess this is explaining that. Gives general dates. I did see here that it says a note on times and zones, so it seems like the planner comes in 3 different versions. I'm not sure how they decide which version that you get sent. I'm assuming it's based on where you make your order. And yeah, so this planner is in the Pacific Standard Time Zone since I'm based in California. Here's the this year at a glance and next year's calendar. This is providing an astrological reference guide. More reference guides. Seems like it's just explaining all the symbols that are used throughout this book. And it talks about void moons and eclipses as well. This is a moon planting guide, so I guess talks about the best times to plant certain plants, which is kind of cool. Here's the Astro Code Deacon Tarot Wheel. I really like how this looks. I, again, don't know what this means, but it's just really cool to see. It talks about planetary days and hours, our astrological bodies, and then planetary correspondences. The pages are so thick, so I'm never sure if I'm grabbing multiple or if it's just the one. It talks about planetary movements and retrogrades, and the moon and its phases. This talks about menstrual cycles and the moon. This will be interesting to use once I'm, after I give birth. I mean, if my cycle returns to normal, that is. And here it talks about the 4 phases of the menstrual cycle. And then this is just continuing. I guess you could be in a creative phase. I know, usually in the beginning I'm like just dying and don't feel like doing anything. So it'll be interesting to see how much of this actually lines up. Now here, this is going over the 2025 moon phases and the different signs. This is showing all the phases, it seems, and on what dates they're happening. In this section, I really like how now it's like black paper. It's pretty cool. It's going over astro mythology, so it seems like it's talking about the origins of the zodiac. There's just so much information. So here are some of the signs. I really wish that this white line, I guess it was like maybe a misprint or something in the book. I'm not sure. Definitely is sticking out. Just more sign information. It's just really nice how these colors stick against the black of the paper. Now this is going to aspects, exact aspects for 2025. So it has like dates and times, and then certain planets, just a lot of information all of a sudden. And it's continuing on to these pages here. There's a little quote here, which is cool. Just really appreciate all this info, especially for someone like a newbie like myself. And again, here are the new and full moon dates. So I get a repeat of this card. This states the number of eclipses happening, 2025 retrograde, and direct dates. So it seems like this is the end of all the information. It's like a decent amount of info. I think it's like really cool, I guess, to help you learn more about it. Okay, now it seems like this is the start of the actual planner. I really like this cover page for 2025. Here it seems like you can set your 2025 intentions. It explains to you how to use this guide, and then it explains the different 8 areas of life. Here you can talk about what are the 5 most important intentions for you this year. It gives you some ponderings, I guess, that you can think about. Okay, and now so here it's taking these 8 areas of life, and you can just set intentions and actionable steps for each of those 8 areas. So this is the spiritual one, and put what I would like, and then the actionable steps to achieve what you would like. So it would be really nice to just sit and fill this out. Here's the mental section. This is work life section, love, wealth, social, physical, and inspiration. It's offering like a bird's eye view of 2025, which I really like this layout. I never know like what to use this for, but I just always like having the option of having this like, entire year in one page. I really appreciate that they have that. And it seems like they have, I'm assuming, full moon and new moon info and other stuff. Just like very basic, so there's still room for you to write some things. Now we are entering January. We list the moons for this month, going over monthly themes and reflections, and talks about, I guess it gives dates for important astrological transits. Here's the cover page for January. What I really like about this planner is like I always want to make my own cover pages for each month, but I never do just because I don't have time. So it's just kind of nice that it is there already, and the art looks honestly fantastic. Okay, it's back to white paper. Okay, this is how the months look like. There's a lot of icons. Definitely easy to get lost in all of this. So there's not really too much space to write anything down in these calendars, which is kind of like a negative in all honesty. But for me, like as I guess as someone who doesn't really understand or like know all the like what this means, I guess it just looks very cluttered. And so it just makes it hard to like know how to use this monthly view. But hopefully after reading the giant chunk of information at the beginning of the book, maybe I'll know what to do with this. Here you can set your monthly goals and set your intentions, and then it allows you to break it down by weekly goals, so into actionable steps. Yeah, week 1, week 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now this is like the weekly format. Horizontal layout, not the biggest fan. I always like vertical, but I guess this makes sense for a reflection journal, that it would be horizontal like this. I think what always bothers me though about this layout is how there's an unequal amount of space for each of the days. And like Saturday and Sunday are always kind of lumped together. I wish it was more equal for all 7 days, but I know it's hard to, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna just flip quickly through these weeks. Make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, and so now at the end of the month, you can do full moon illuminations. This is just giving you reflection space, like during the full moon in January, and reflect here. And then also a page for setting new moon intentions. Okay, so seems like it's similar layout for the rest of these months. So now February, I'm just going to flip through the rest of the books since it's all the same information, but just so you can see it for yourself. And again, you can just pause at any time. Hopefully you can see all the information. Now this is March. Now we're in April. Here's May. Here's June. July. August. September. Here's October. Here's November. Here's December. And here there is space for a end of year review. And then So it says, end of year review, heart and soul of the year. So revisit your 5 most important intentions this year and reflect on all that unfolded. What are some of the things you are most proud of? And then here it says, creating space, letting go. Make space for the new. As a new year begins soon with a full moon close behind, it's time to clear some space. What are some things you are letting go of before moving into the new? I really like this type of end of year review, I guess. Kind of having space to reflect on all the positives and then things you want to let go of, I guess, and what you want to make room for the next year. And I like that it's simple, it's not very complicated, I guess. Then here it looks like it has a list of planetary ephemeris. Not sure if I pronounced that right. Seems like for each month for this year. And then at the end are some note pages. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 note pages. And this seems to be the last page. You hold all the answers. It's pretty cute. Oh, you can barely see it, but here it says, magic is here and everywhere. I do like that quote. See, I wish if it didn't have this background, it'd be a lot easier to see that. I wish it followed the style of something simple like, oh, I missed a page. Like, I wish it followed the simple style just because it's cleaner, I guess. Some information, I guess, about their website. It says, others can guide the way, but only you hold the key to your own unique magic. I like that quote. Yeah, and that's it. So yeah, this was the astrological pocket planner. And what's nice is that apparently, I think I've mentioned this already, but apparently it's the exact same as their A5 version, so you don't lose anything by going with the smaller planner. Yeah, so I'm excited to set this up. I think I definitely need to spend some time reading through all this information at the beginning before setting it up, and then, filling out my birth chart and things like that. And then I feel like I'll be able to probably sit down again, set the intentions for the year. Definitely requires, I think, a lot of time of just sitting and reflecting. So I think that's pretty nice, especially since things can get busy and have like a kind of slight guidance, I guess. Yeah, I'm excited to update you guys on how I end up using this. All right, well, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.